the Toyota Corolla, a name that has become synonymous with reliability and practicality in the automotive world. It's the automotive equivalent of a plain white t-shirt, simple, unassuming, and a staple in many households. Ubiquitous, dependable, and about as exciting as watching paint dry. Yet it's this very predictability that has endeared it to millions. But hold on a minute, before you click away to something more thrilling like a documentary about lawnmowers, let me tell you, the Corolla has a story to tell. A story that spans decades and continents. A story of evolution, adaptation, and yes, even a bit of excitement. From its early days to its modern iterations, the Corolla has continually reinvented itself. From its humble beginnings in 1966, the Corolla has become a global phenomenon. It started as a small, economical car designed to meet the needs of a growing middle class. Over 50 million units sold worldwide. That's a staggering number reflecting its widespread appeal and trustworthiness. That's more than the entire population of Spain. Imagine every single person in Spain owning a Corolla. That's the scale we're talking about. It's a testament to Toyota's ability to build a car that's as reliable as the sunrise and about as exciting as a cold bowl of porridge. But reliability is just one part of the story. But don't let that fool you. Underneath that unassuming exterior lies a car that has constantly evolved to meet the changing demands of the modern motorist. It's a car that has grown with its drivers. From the boxy, fuel-sipping models of the 90s to the sleek, tech-laden machines of today, the Corolla has always been a reflection of its time, each generation bringing something new to the table. So buckle up, because we're about to take a trip down memory lane to explore the evolution of the Toyota Corolla. From its inception to its current status as a global icon, the Corolla's journey is one of innovation, resilience, and a commitment to quality. The 1990s. A decade of transformation and innovation, where cultural shifts and technological advancements intertwined to shape the world we know today. The decade that brought us grunge music, the internet, and a new way of connecting with each other. It was a time when the world seemed to be shrinking, thanks to the burgeoning World Wide Web, and music was raw and unfiltered, reflecting the angst and aspirations of a generation. And amidst all this, the Toyota Corolla stood out with more right angles than a geometry textbook. These cars were the epitome of practicality, designed with a no-nonsense approach that prioritized function over form. Ah yes, the E90, E100 and E110. Each model represented a step in the evolution of the Corolla, maintaining its reputation for reliability while subtly adapting to the changing times. These were the cars your dad drove. Dependable and straightforward, they were the unsung heroes of countless family road trips and daily commutes. The cars your grandma rented on vacation. They were the go-to choice for those who valued reliability and ease of use, ensuring that every journey was smooth and hassle-free. The cars that were as exciting as a beige sofa. Yet, just like that unassuming piece of furniture, they were always there when you needed them, providing comfort and dependability. But they were also the cars that cemented the Corolla's reputation for bulletproof reliability and fuel efficiency. These vehicles were built to last, with engines that seemed to run forever and fuel tanks that stretched every gallon. These were the days when petrol was cheap and the environment was something that other people worried about. It was a different era, where the focus was on convenience and affordability. So you could drive your boxy Corolla for a week on a single tank of fuel and still have enough change left over for a happy meal. It was a time of simple pleasures and practical choices. The E90, with its rounded edges, was the last hurrah of the 1980s. It bridged the gap between two decades, carrying forward the design sensibilities of the past while hinting at the future. The E100, on the other hand, embraced the boxy aesthetic with the enthusiasm of a Tetris champion. Its design was a celebration of straight lines and right angles, a nod to the era's love for geometric shapes. And the E110? Well, it was pretty much the same car as the E100, but with a slightly different grille. Were they exciting? No. Were they reliable? Yes. These cars were built to serve, not to thrill, and sometimes that's all that matters. In a world full of uncertainties, the Toyota Corolla was a constant, a vehicle you could always count on. It may not have turned heads, but it won hearts with its unwavering dependability. The dawn of a new millennium. The Y2K bug had come and gone, leaving our computers unscathed. Britney Spears was at the top of the charts. And the Toyota Corolla? Well, it was still a Toyota Corolla, but things were starting to change. The E120, E140, and E150 Corollas of the 2000s were a far cry from their boxy predecessors. They were sleeker, more aerodynamic, and dare I say it, even a little bit stylish. Gone were the days of carburetors and 4-speed automatic transmissions. The Corollas of the noughties embraced fuel injection and CVT gearboxes with the enthusiasm of a teenager discovering the internet for the first time. They even came with fancy new gadgets like CD players and electric windows. But don't think for a minute that Toyota had forgotten about its roots. The Corollas of the 2000s were still as reliable as a Swiss watch, and about as exciting as a game of chess, but hey, at least they looked the part. Section 4, the 2010s tech takes the wheel. The 2010s, the decade of smartphones, social media, and the Toyota Corolla finally getting with the times. Gone were the days of clunky buttons and monochrome displays. The Corollas of the 2010s were all about touchscreens, Bluetooth connectivity, and enough acronyms to make your head spin. The E160 and E170 models were the first to receive the full tech treatment. They came with features like lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, and even a system that could automatically apply the brakes if it sensed an impending collision. Safety had become sexy, but perhaps the biggest change came in the form of the Corolla Hybrid. Yes, that's right. The car that was once synonymous with petrol-powered reliability was now available with a fuel-sipping hybrid powertrain. Section 5. The future is now. Corolla's cutting edge, the Toyota. Corolla has always been a symbol of reliability and practicality, but as we step into the future, it's clear that this iconic car is evolving in ways we could have only dreamed of a few years ago. And now, here we are in the year 2025. The world around us has transformed dramatically, with cities that look like they've leaped straight out of a science fiction movie. Skyscrapers touch the clouds, and the streets are filled with the latest automotive marvels. The world is a very different place than it was just a few decades ago. Back in the 90s, we could only imagine the technological advancements we see today. The comparison between then and now is nothing short of astonishing. We have self-driving cars, flying taxis, and the Toyota Corolla is still, well, it's still a Toyota Corolla, but don't be deceived by its familiar name and appearance. But don't let that fool you. The Corolla has undergone a transformation that makes it a true contender in the modern automotive landscape. The latest Corollas are a far cry from the boxy beige machines of yore. Today's models boast sleek designs, luxurious interiors, and cutting-edge technology that would have been unimaginable in the past. They're packed with more technology than a Silicon Valley startup, and are about as exciting as a car that's designed to blend in with the crowd can be. From advanced driver assistance systems to state-of-the-art infotainment, the Corolla is now a tech lover's dream. We're talking about things like artificial intelligence, over-the-air software updates, and even predictive maintenance alerts that keep your car running smoothly without you having to lift a finger, and even the option for fully autonomous driving. Imagine sitting back and letting your car handle the morning commute while you catch up on emails or simply relax. That's right, you can now take a nap while your Corolla does the driving for you. It's a level of convenience and safety that was once the stuff of dreams. Just make sure you set the destination correctly first. With advanced GPS and navigation systems, getting lost is a thing of the past. And of course, no modern Corolla would be complete without a hybrid powertrain. This not only makes the car more fuel efficient, but also significantly reduces its environmental footprint. In fact, you can even get a Corolla that runs purely on electricity these days. Who would have thought? The future of driving is here, and the Toyota Corolla is leading the charge. Section 6. A legacy of innovation. So there you have it. The Toyota Corolla, a car that has evolved from a humble, boxy workhorse into a technological tour de force. It's a story of adaptation, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of, well, if not excitement, then at least competence. From the fuel-sipping models of the 1990s to the tech-laden machines of today, the Corolla has always been a reflection of its time. It's a car that has constantly evolved to meet the changing demands of the modern motorist. And that's perhaps the most remarkable thing about the Corolla. It's not a car that's designed to set your heart racing. It's not a car that's going to turn heads on the street, but it is a car that you can always rely on, a car that will get you from A to B without any fuss or drama. Section 7. What's next for Corolla? So, what does the future hold for the Toyota Corolla? Will it continue to evolve and adapt to the ever-changing world around us? Or will it eventually go the way of the Dodo, replaced by flying cars and autonomous pods? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Toyota Corolla has earned its place in automotive history. It's a car that has touched the lives of millions of people around the world, and for that, we should all be grateful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to find something more exciting to drive, like a tractor, or maybe a tank.